Miles and I'm doing Polyphemus. So, I'm Polyphemus, obviously. I'm a son of Poseidon. Hey, Dad. So that would kind of make me like a demigod. Uh, I would like to consider myself as the former most handsome Cyclops of all of Sicily, until that wretched NoName, or was it? Oh yeah, it was Odysseus. You know, he's a thief and a liar. You should try to stay as far away as possible from him. He kind of stabbed my eye. I'll get into that later, but for right now, all you need to know is that
he snuck onto our island.
He snuck onto our island and into my Cyclops cave. My Cyclops cave, out of all the places he could have chose. And when he got there, he proceeded to eat my food, like all the bacon, the steak, the beef, so basically all the anti-vegan stuff, right? When I caught him, I yelled at him, "Hey, why are you eating all my food, man?" And when they heard my voice, they all ran into my cave. So I chased after them, right? And when I got there, so you know, I'm a strong Cyclops, so I kind of like closed the cave entrance. I closed the cave entrance so nobody could escape. And then I proceeded to eat 2 of his men, right? And I just stayed in there because I was kind of like still full from those 2 guys. So I ate 2 of them, went to sleep, and then when I woke up in the morning, I was hungry again. So I kind of decided to eat 2 more of his men. So yeah, I ate 2 of them. When I opened up the cave entrance, I'm just gonna step around it. When I opened up the cave entrance, I had to go let my sheep out of their pen so they could go graze, I guess, yeah, that's what you want to call it. And when I was letting my sheep out of the pen, I kind of came across a giant treasure trove full of wine. So you know me, I've never been one to like back down from a challenge, so I kind of like drank it. It was pretty good. And then I got drunk and I passed out. And when I passed out, Odysseus and his men took advantage of me because I kind of left the cave entrance open. And they drove a wooden stake into my eye, and I was like in a deep, very much needed sleep. So I kind of jolted up and I screamed that nobody was hurting me, because before I was drunk, when I was drunk and I had passed out, he told me his name was No One. So I was yelling that no one is hurting me, and in hindsight, why my friends weren't coming to help me is probably because I was yelling, no one is hurting me. So my friends thought I was praying to a god. So yeah. And as you already know, this is a story all about how my eye got stabbed turned inside out. You know, it's kind of hard living as a blind man because you're always tripping over rocks and like your own rope. So when I so I went to sleep, woke up in the morning again, and when I woke up, I let my sheep out of their pen, stumbling and staggering, of course. But when I let them out, this time I checked their backs to make sure that none of the men, Odysseus' men, were on top of them. And what I didn't know was that Odysseus had told his men to tie themselves underneath my monster sheep. So, kind of sadly it worked. But when they were leaving on their ship, right, Odysseus stupidly yelled his name at me. And when I prayed to Poseidon, Dad, when I prayed to Poseidon, I asked him to make Odysseus pay for what he did. And I do accept cash or card.